Corned beef, pastrami. What is that? Ever wonder how to make it? You realize it's from beef, actually from brisket? Well, let's take a walk through that. Let's see what that looks like. So for this brisket, which I have here, I also need Prague powder number 1 in order to make my brine. I do have some pickling spices as well. You can read about all of that on websites online. In particular, where I got my information was AmazingRibs.com. Those guys have gone through painstaking detail to figure out the weight of the meat and the brine ratio and how long it needs to cure. So I'm going to get this brisket trimmed up, get my water boiling and my pickling juices, liquids, brine ready to go, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I've got my distilled water in 2 different pots because I got a 9-pound brisket. I'm going to cut it in half so that gives me 2 even portions of 4 pounds apiece. I have 8 ounces of salt. I have a cup of brown sugar. My pickling spices. This is actually a McCormick pickling spice. You can either find that in your local supermarket or you can get all the individual ingredients. I have my Prague salt and my garlic. So all of that will go into my water. And then I'm stirring all of that to make, depending on how big your meat is. It could be 5 days, could be 7, could be 9. Mine is going in for 5. So I do have a bowl on top of my meat to keep it from floating, as recommended in Amazing Ribs. So I will just make sure that I move the water around. Number 2, you see the meat is starting to brown up and even gray. Taking the bowl out of this one also since the meat no longer floats. 3, grayer. Not quite ready though. But gotta move everything around. Day 4, pot 2. So, brining is complete. I'm going to take both of these briskets out of their brine, get them on a tray, and then we can actually add our pastrami seasoning. I decided I was not going to do just corned beef or just pastrami. I was going to do both and change my mind again. So I got my 2 parts here. I'm going to be very liberal in my seasoning. Birds are awake. That means I'm up early. But that's because I gotta get this pastrami on. It's ready to go. We're gonna put it all on the chimp. "10 hours later, my briskets are ready to pull off. They've hit the temperature they need to hit, 203 degrees. Now, it's time to get them and slice them. My brisket, which is now pastrami, is complete. I have the one that has paprika here on the left and the one with ancho chili here on the right. I'm going to just sit this one back on the tray so that I can start to slice up the more traditional, not as spicy. And we're going to see what this turns like. I know my grain was going that way, so I need to cut perpendicular to that. So let's just get a couple of slices in here. This bark is so thick and crusty. And this meat is still rather hot, but can you see how juicy this is? Look at that. And you know, I got to taste test it. I'm literally burning my mouth for y'all. But the meat is just so tender, so flavorful. This is gonna be a monstrosity of a sandwich. I'm gonna make me a Dagwood sandwich. Make cats look like they're not giving out meat. Appreciate y'all. If you like this process, I say give it a try. Let me know your thoughts. And once again, smoke on.